And we're live, folks. Michael Butler, if you're in here, what should I change the name to, Mr. Master Marketer? The Beat Slap. Shout out my guy Armjeet out of India. He does all of our editing, social media. He's been crushing it for me. I really say over the last year. I went from having like this huge editing team and this whole social team to this guy. Yeah, that's what I thought, butts. I have to make 180 of these titles. How am I supposed to come up with that many titles? I'm going live. Well, 180 times 2 or 3 because I'm going live like 2 to 3 times a day, my man. For those of you guys who are watching this on YouTube, Michael Butler's talking shit on Facebook. So I don't got time. I don't got time for Butts. But Butts is doing his own 30-day challenge right now. He's gonna crush it. Butts, what's your goal overall with that 30-day challenge? We're gonna get out this first offer pretty fast too. I love you, Butts. Where's he at? Here we go. Butts, what's your goal with the 30-day challenge you're doing as a realtor? To help as many families as possible. There we go. All right, we're about to call back a very angry realtor. This one's going to be awesome. She's just going to be furious. She's going to be very upset that we even dared calling in. She was like, I need a high 3s. I can't put a limit on it. Let's go, Butts. I love it. Let me close out Zoom. I got to go get a new laptop if you want me to be real. Because my laptop is just freezing on me all the time. All right, if you're in here, drop a comment. Tell me where you're from. We're going to get it. Shout out Lead Zolo. All of our leads come from Lead Zolo. All of our CRM is Resimply. Our follow-up is OmniDrip. Who else am I missing here? Our Dispo is done with Investor Lift. Am I missing anybody? We got OmniDrip. Oh, and then our TC is Easy Closings REI, and they are the best. Let's get it, guys. I'm about to call it. So this is a lead that came in. The hard part about this, like I said, I went on my walk and I took 3 phone calls because it's PPC leads. And so these leads, as they come in, it's all random. It's not like we're buying them off of like a PPO website, which would be one thing. It's really just, hey, we're going. A lead comes in. We're going to talk to them. So let's get it. We're going to call this realtor who I spoke to. This lead is in Hollywood, Florida. I think she was the last person we called. What's going on, Manly?
Your call has been forwarded to.
All right, she'll give us a call back. Let's call our. So we had for those of you guys who are here on the earlier live, we want to move this to due diligence. And today is the most leads we've gotten so far. Like we're not gonna lie, we are pumping. We got one guy after this one, we got a commercial lead we got to put an offer on. I don't know about this Port Charlotte, but I guess we got to talk to her. We got to talk to someone in West Virginia. And then where is our woman out of Atlanta? Tiara. We're going to give Tiara a call. We had like a 30-minute call for her. Where's all my notes? Where did all my notes go? Oh, well. So we got this woman right here. Thank you, Manly. Let's get it, Brody. We're going to call Tiara right now.
Please leave your message for 47.
All right, Tiara didn't answer. It's all good. We got another one we want to make a call on. This guy out of San Francisco. And this woman who we're gonna call, let me see, notes. She had the nerve to ask for for 300 and it's listed for 250. So I don't know. We're getting a lot of listed leads. Let's go to our man in San Francisco. Where is he at? And so this guy who we talked to, Mr. Louis, let me see here. Did we call him? I don't think we called him on nope. We didn't call him on my phone. We'll try calling him again a little bit later. Let's try double dial him. He has a day job. He didn't answer when I told him we'd call him in like the next 30 minutes. So we'll move on to the next lead. All right. We have another lead. This one came in. That was thank you for the hype, but we got anybody in here on Instagram? We got Tristan in here again, bro. Tristan, you've been here the whole time, Brody. Thank you so much. We got another lead that came in that is in Philly. Where are we at here? So this one's a little bit different. This one will be fun to analyze. So it's a commercial property. It brings in $3,000 a month, and it could bring in $4,500. It's 3 levels. 2 of the levels are rehabbed, and then 1 of the levels is not. But at the same time, I see like 6 dudes out in front of this place. I don't know. It looks bustling. And so what's in here is a barbershop, a nail salon, and then he wanted to convert the top into a apartment. But he couldn't do that because the city told him like it's not allowed. And so with this, I wish I could share like my underwriting process for these commercial deals. For this one, it's really, really tough because we can't necessarily sell this just based off of comps. It's really whatever the cap is. So he wants 300,000 for it, and it's bringing in $3,000 a month, and it could bring in 4,500. But when I'm looking at these, I'm gonna do a very, very base like cap rate math. So I'm gonna go 3,000 times 12 times by 0.6 divided by 0.08. That's 270 at an 8 cap. So Philly, I'm just taking my notes. At a 8 cap, we're talking 270K. So that's not bad. We may be able to get it moved. I like if we could get it at like 250, that would be like it. That we'd be making some good money. It says estimated value for him is 242. But yeah, we're gonna come in at 250 for them. And then I can look and see like what do I think it would be worth fully stable. I don't even know if this is a good area. That's the hard part about Philly. But whenever I see a bunch of people sitting outside a building, that's a no-go for me. That means it's probably not the best area. There we go. Tristan making calls with me. Just trying to make these calls. So now I'll go 4,500 times 12 times by 0.6 divided by 0.0. We'd probably want 0.08 again. That'd be worth like 405 if it's stable. So if we could sell it at 275, someone could put in 25K to rehab the top. They could technically burr it, pull out all their money, and walk away scot-free. The hard part is when you're doing these commercial properties, I don't know what this area is like. Like I said, whenever I'm seeing people just out on the street, that's a big nah for me. Just because, and it's like the middle of the day, that's not a good sign to me because no one's doing shit, blah, blah, blah. That means you're going to get fucking riffraff. And I got that from my first mentor, to where when we'd look at properties in like West Side Fresno or like South Fresno, he was like, okay, let's go look around the area. Is there graffiti in the area? And are there people sitting outside the houses in the middle of the day as a Google truck drives by? And that would tell us a lot. And then Philly's block by block, so it's a little bit harder. But then I'm right here and I'm just kind of looking at like the cars in the neighborhood. So, and I wish I could show you guys this, but I see like a BMW parked on the street, which is good. Another BMW, which is good. I always look and see if there's like greenery, because whenever you go to a area, the more trees and vegetation there are, the nicer the area. If you go to like West Side Fresno, there's no trees, like there's not a lot of vegetation. If you go to North Fresno, there's trees everywhere. It's really pretty. And so that lets us know. All right, so I see a cop car. I'm still seeing graffiti. Houses aren't really that well taken care of. I'm probably going to say this is like a C-class area, just based off of what I'm seeing. It's like an 8 cap may not be good enough, just depending on what people are like buying and selling stuff at, which is fine, but we'll see if these guys will even take our offer. Let me just go and I want to double check on these comps. Whenever I'm comping anything, I am not leaving the block. But man, some of these things have been selling for dirt cheap. There's nothing like it. Let's see here. And in Property Radar, if I'm comping something, I can just go to commercial instead of residential, and it really helps give me a better look at what stuff's trading for. And this does give me much better insight. So one down the street that was a commercial building sold for 400 grand. So if we could lock this up at 250, we have a really, really good comp, but this one's going to take a little bit longer to move. Yeah, okay. That's a great comp. Let's see if I can. And so this one that I'm looking at, it's a convenience store. Doesn't look like it's in the best shape, but this one's ours is a 3-story convenience store and needs a bunch of stuff done to it. This one's a 3-story convenience store. So, and that one sold for 400. One of these sold for close to $1 million. We have one right here that only sold for like 100 grand. We don't want that. We could use it in like our comps, but it's not what we, as far as like anchoring the person. One sold for 95. One sold for 50. One sold for 122. So we got 2 that are 5 and 4. And there's one that sold for 400 grand is worth 23.75. So honestly, we may want to take a stab at this at like 275. Because if they got 400 and 300 for theirs, and it looks like they're both 3-story commercials, and it's half the size of ours. And at this point, I'm going just off of price per square foot for a commercial building. Okay, I think we got that one. We got the Broadway Street. I don't want the Broadway Street. I want the other Broadway Street. And usually you don't want to wait this far in between calling these leads. Sometimes they just don't pick up the phone again, so you gotta do your best. Yep, here we go. Another one. I'm loving this. All right, let's find this guy's number. This could be a really good one.
Hello?
Hey, Michael, this is Stratton. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Sorry it took a little bit longer. It was a little bit more, it takes a little bit longer to analyze. Is now a good time for you?
Yeah, I'm just good.
Awesome. So I talked to the partners. We met with them a little bit, just talked everything over. We talked about how you're the power of attorney for your brother. You guys really don't want to do anything with these properties anymore. You're just trying to start investing down in Florida. We went over that the bottom 2 units are okay. They're leased up and everything else. And then that the fact that the top one needs, like, what'd you say, 25 grand in work?
Yeah.
About 25 grand in work. And that really, you guys, there's nothing else stopping you guys from selling besides a good price.
Right.
We did just free up some cash, so this might be good. We're going over and looking at properties. They're all over the place. I mean, investors are buying stuff over there between like 75 and like 200 grand.
Mhm.
And so I think we'd want to be somewhere around, because yours is bigger, we'd want to be around that 250 mark.
Okay. Let me run it past my brother, and I can call you back tomorrow.
Awesome. What do you think your brother's going to say?
I'm running past him. It's here and there.
Okay.
Basically.
And do you think we could get your brother on the phone anytime?
Yeah, I can give you your number, but when he called, it say he's calling from a federal prison, so you got to push the number 5 button.
Oh, so your brother's in prison?
Call. Yeah, he's currently incarcerated right now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How long has he been locked up?
A couple years, but he'll be out this year, at the end of this year.
Oh, that's good. And so why does he want to sell this one? Just to make it easier on him, and when he comes out, he has some money?
Actually, he really don't want to stay in Philadelphia. That's where he got in his trouble at, and he want to cut ties with Philadelphia.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he doesn't want to stay in Philly. He doesn't want to stay in Philly at all. And then when he gets out, he's going to move. And then that way he'll have some money and he moves and he's good to go.
Yeah. Plus, we got family in Florida and stuff like that. So it's good.
Okay. Why don't you talk to him? If you could give me a call back today, just so I could let the partners know. Because we're looking at a couple other ones and we just want to be able to make a choice on which one we want to go with. All right. I'll send him an email. Awesome. Thank you so much, Michael. All right. You have a great day. You too. So I did a shitty job on getting the motivation out of him. I didn't know his brother was in jail. He wouldn't really tell me what was going on beforehand. And so I talked to him. And then we had another team member just call him just in case. The deed switched over. He has power of attorney. He doesn't even live in Pennsylvania. He doesn't have time to take care of the property. The brother wants to sell the property. The 3rd floor needs remodeling. They did a new roof 2 years ago. 2nd floor is a hair salon. this one could be a deal. And I think we could make at least 25 grand on this. This one will take a little bit longer, but I don't know who he's talking to. I would say the one advantage we have over this, other people don't really know how to analyze like commercial deals. And so if you look at it from like a cap rate standpoint and a price per square foot standpoint, to me, man, on a price per square foot standpoint, this thing could be worth 400 to 500 grand. And if we lock it up at 250, we're looking super solid. Like we could make a good rip. So this has probably been our most promising lead so far out of this. And so we'll move this over here to offer made 250. Hell yeah. Great momentum. I think this is our second offer of the day. I like that info on neighborhoods. Going to use that for sure. Thanks, Shane. It doesn't matter as much when we're going with like, I guess it does when we're going in the single family stuff because we've locked up in Georgia that we couldn't sell. And I thought I knew the neighborhood, and then we sent it out. And then out of nowhere, everyone's like, bro, we are not buying in that place for fucking anything. It is a war zone. And I had no clue it was a war zone. And we locked it up at 150. We had to go back, renegotiate, get it at 80. And people still were like, no, I need to be at 40. And that was because I didn't know the area very well. And so whenever I'm looking on Google Earth, I hate backing out of contracts. I haven't really done it a lot. But if we can't get it sold, generally it's not a major metro, or it's in a major metro and we didn't set expectations, or I didn't do my due diligence good enough. And I like to avoid that because my word means a lot to me. So if I'm gonna tell someone, hey, here's where we're at, here's what I think we should do, we're good. And then investor lift. I don't know if I could even use investor lift for something like this, which is hard. I got to talk to Liam to see if investor lift even works for commercial properties. For you guys who are watching, do you use investor lift for commercial properties? I'd love to know. And then Rogelio, what's up, Strat? What marketing channels are you running right now on this challenge? We're using exclusively Lead Zolo. Go to getleadzolo.com. That's where all of our leads are coming from. And we more than likely, if they're just trying to get rid of it, I feel shitty because I probably should have came in like 200 grand and locked that up and could have gotten a huge rip because I don't like retrading on them unless we get in there and like everything is just trashed. And all we'll do is we'll send someone there to go get photos and everything else. We'll see how it goes with the tenants would be the issue. Okay, let's go to our next lead. But great first lead. There we go. Okay. Hi, this is Karen.
Yes.
Hi, Karen. You reached out to our company a couple days ago about selling your property in New Martinsville. That ring a bell?
Yep.
Is now a good time for you to talk? Great. So this call is probably going to take us like 5 to 15 minutes. The biggest thing, we just want to talk to you, get as much information on the property as possible, and then once we're done talking, we want to let you know what you qualify for, and we just want you to be able to make a confident yes or no decision. If it's something you want to move forward with, great. If not, no problem whatsoever. At least you know what your options look like, and we gave it our best shot. Is that okay with you? Okay. So let's start. How much were you looking to sell this property for? Okay. And where'd you get that price from? And that's gotta be stressful. So it's costing you $500 a month just in utilities. Mhm. Okay. And so what's the reason you guys were wanted to get exactly 42,000 out of it? Oh, wow. How much did you guys have to spend on that? How much did you guys have to spend altogether? Uh-huh. Wow. It's a good thing you had 2 grandsons who are in HVAC. Oh, wow. Have you guys thought about just renting it out? Oh, oh, man. What did you end up doing with that one? What did you guys end up doing with that other one? Okay. Um, oh, wow. Well, that's awesome. With So I really love the area. What's the is there any I'm kinda confused of why you're selling it if it's not gonna cost you a ton a month. What exactly is causing all the stress with the property? When you say take So when you say you have to take care of it, what exactly do you have to take care of it on that property? Oh, wow. Yeah, that sounds really stressful. How often do you have to go over there and do all that? What was that? You said it rained there this week? Oh, wow, okay. So you said you wanna sell it to get rid of the stress because you guys have to go over there all the time, and it's costing you about $500 a month. Does that sound about right? Awesome. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm sure that's gotta be so hard. How long have you guys been doing all that? Well, you guys have owned this house for 25 years? Okay. And how long has this house been vacant? And who lived in it before? Mhm. Wow. Um, I'm so s so you guys remodeled everything about last year, is what you're saying? Okay, so well, that's good. Um, what would you say about the roof? Does the roof need any work? When did they put new shingles up? Because 'Cause I'm looking at it and it kinda looks like it needs a new roof based off of what I'm seeing online. Okay. And then I see that it's listed right now. Is it with an agent? And have you guys gotten any offers on it yet? What did he offer? He offered 42. And how long ago was this? And then now he's just not doing nothing. Okay, so you remodeled the house about 7 years ago. It's vacant. Where are you at in the selling process? Mhm. And so, were you looking to sell today, like, in a couple months, next week, next year? Okay. And if I came in and I said, "You know what? I'll pay cash, I'll pay all the closing costs, and I'll close in 30 days as is 42,000 the best you could do? Is there a reason you wouldn't be able to budge off of that 42 grand? Okay. And so you guys had to put $42,000 into the house altogether? Wow. Okay. And so mhm. And so is there anyone else making this decision with you besides your husband? No, it's just you and your husband? It's just you and your husband? Okay. Oh, wow. And if we don't buy it and it sits on the market for another 6 months, what's your plan? Because 'Cause it's been on there for a while, hasn't it? What would you do if I'm going through, I'm trying to look and see what other stuff's selling for right now. Just I see the inside, but I do think it needs a new roof. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. The inside looks, you got great pictures, fully furnished. You've really I could see how it would be so stressful of you having to go over there all the time because 'cause you've kept this thing spick and span. Hmm. My grandma's the same way. And then let's assume we make an offer and you like it and you decide to move forward with us. What would be the next thing you'd have to figure out, if anything? And when you say cost you anything, what exactly do you mean? Okay. With us, we buy it, we pay all the closing costs, whatever our offer is exactly what you get. So you don't have to pay anything. Like what we say it is what it is. You wouldn't have to pay anything. What's your relationship like with your realtor? Okay. I think that's about all I have. That's all the information I need right now. I'm gonna take about 20-30 minutes to talk to the partners and see what the property would qualify for. Then I'll call you right back. My name is Stratton again with Easy Fast Offers. Yes, ma'am. Stratton. Stratton. And I'm with Easy Fast Offers. Okay. And then all I ask from you is that you guys are able to make a confident yes or no decision. No is completely okay. Um, with that being said, did you have any questions for me? Mhm. No. Mhm. No, that would be really stressful. No, the last thing you need is more stress. Oh, man. Well, I hope we can help you out. It sounds like you just you're just tired of it. Mhm. Okay, let me reach out to the partners and see what we can do. Of course. Thank you. You have a wonderful day. Alright. So we got great motivation out of this woman. Um, and older people are always easier. The only hard part, so when she says that there's no one else who she's going to make the decision with besides her husband, there is without a doubt a child involved. And so when I call her back, like, yeah, so like, what do your kids think about that? And I just thought about that is what I missed. Because whenever we do deals with old people, we always involve a child because the last thing we want is for their child to come into the deal late and say, you're trying to rip off my old grandmother. And I've had it happen before, and it'll just blow up everything, and nothing's gonna go good. So as we're looking at this, let's pull this up on Investor Lift. Let me shout out Investor Lift. Let me switch up our brand real quick. Getinvestorlift.com, the best. And with this now, so I pulled it up on Investor Lift. And I'll check out Property Radar too. Um, I mean, we got 1,600 square feet that sold for 55 grand. We have another one that sold for $10,000. That was 1,500 square feet. We have another one that was 1,700 square feet that sold for 20 grand. So the reason her house is not sold is because everything in the area is way cheaper. One just down the street that's 1,600 square feet sold for $10,000. And so when we call her back, it's never bad just to hit them with some facts, you know? And we'll see if these pull up. I'm trying to see if we get photos of any of them. No photos of that one. And that one's like right like $10,000. You heard that right. 1,600 square feet for 10 grand. Here's one that's like close to the water that sold for 55 grand. And so this is in West Virginia, like on the river. We've actually looked at some storage facilities over here. But man, I think this is I think we are in Appalachia. Yeah, we're in fucking Timbuktu, bro. We're just up in the mountains. I don't know if I actually do think we've found a storage facility over here. Our best option with this, because in all reality, if that's been the price of everything that's been moving, is more than likely to offer seller financing to these people. No, I pulled up the wrong one. And what I mean by seller financing, I would just like, would you guys want to take your equity in installments? And we'd offer them 40 grand, but it'd be like $100 a month or something, and see if we can just move it. Because in such a small town like this, you're gonna have a really, really hard time dispositioning these deals. Like we can lock it up, but I think it'd be hard because we could get it. Even if we do get a great deal, there may just not be any buyers for it. So I'm looking here again. So Property Radar is giving me a little bit more info. Oh man. So one on Pike Street, just down the street, sold for 74 grand on my birthday, March 8th. So we'll pull that up, and I want to see if I can find that Zillow listing. I always want to see the photos because Investor Lift, we're not going to actually, you know what? Let's check God Mode, see if they have any buyers. Jack Hale. So I think that's her fucking realtor, is what she said. Let me see. No. Okay. Luckily, it's not a realtor. All right, let's check this out. Again, this one's harder because this is like a 2-story. It looks a little bit nicer. All right, here we go. We got photos. This one, the outside doesn't look nearly as good. They have, they have terrible photos. Our house, our subject property looks nicer. Again, in these small towns, you're not going you're not going to see like great flips. This honestly just looks like a house that's never been updated. It's all wood paneling. Fun fact. Oh, that's atrocious. All of it's wood paneling except like even some of the bedrooms are wood paneling. Wow. And so this is a 2-story with a garage, and it sold for 70. So the best ours would probably sell for 74 is what it sold for. The assessed value on it is 60. Sorry, is 19 grand. Could you guys hear that seller? I got one comment saying you couldn't hear the seller. What's going on, Alex? Jose Rodriguez couldn't hear the seller. So they're underwater. My next possible outcome for something like this could be, what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to offer a cash of 20. And then we could offer a 45. Probably go like 3K down. Call it 4K down. $45,000, 3K down. And I can look, and I mean, if you go like $100 a month, that may work. Now I'm just going to try and look at the rentals in the area. So 800 square foot apartment. Sorry, a 1-1 apartment's going for like $800 a month. Another apartment that's a 2-1 is going for $950 a month. Here's another house similar to ours that's a 3-1.5 that's 1,200 square feet. That's going for $1,200 a month. And then let's see here. There's a bunch of these. These are the nice ones. So there's a nice neighborhood in here. Jesus. So there's a nice neighborhood in here where there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, 6 different, probably of the nicest houses in the area that are all for rent for $1,600 each, and they're all vacant. And they say it's a townhouse for rent, and they've been up for a year, so they may have just forgotten to take them down. Then we have another $1,100 a month one. This one's actually pretty nice. And then a $1,500 a month one. That's an apartment. So as I'm looking at this, the only possible outcome I see is probably seller financing. And we may be able to get some good. I'm going to pitch some really, really good terms for us on here. So if I'm coming in at, oh shit, my iPad's not working. There we go. I'll give her 3K down. $43K. If I could get like $250 a month, I don't think that'd be enough. Yeah, because I'd pay her off in like 20 years. In 15 years, I wouldn't do it. We could pay her. We pay her $450 a month. No, 200. We pay her $350 a month. That's $4,200 a year. We'll buy it the way it is for 3K down. $350 a month. $4,200 over essentially 10 years. Is what my offer would be. And we offer 43. And we would want to sell this at, I'd probably sell it at 50. I would go. I could probably get 1,000 a month out of this. 350, 1,000 a month with 10K down. So we wouldn't necessarily make a ton of cash off of this. We'd make, what is that? 7K in like a note. We'd make 7K in cash. And then we would make 700, triple sevens. So maybe it is lucky. 700 a month is what we could offer. Or we can give her 20 grand. Because nothing's moving in this market and there's only one buyer. Luckily, shout out InvestorLift. Go to getinvestorlift.com because this will be the easiest dispo of all time. We can skip trace the guy. Costs us 24 credits. And we know who the guy is. And then I want to select a date range. Yeah, nothing's even moved over here in the last year. This one would be really hard to sell. It's that nationwide stuff. So we'll give her a call a little bit later too. Any questions on that? I know it isn't necessarily wholesaling, but it's going to be small deals, pay the bills, 7 grand pays for the leads, and we'll get it done. It's our West Virginia seller. All right, let me adjust these notes. 2 offers. $20K cash. $350 a month over 10 years. 3K down. We'll see if she goes for it. You never know if these people are going to do it. They're motivated is the thing. And so maybe they do go for the 20 grand in their pocket so they can call it a day. But they're saying they spent that much, but sometimes you just got to take a haircut because either you do it or you don't. Let's move this to due diligence. All right. We've been trying to get a hold of this guy forever.
Please leave.
I'm going to text this guy. And actually, I'm going to call his wife.
Hello?
Hi, Miko. Is David available by chance?
Huh?
Is David available by chance?
David?
Yes.
Oh, he's at work right now.
Oh, when does he get off?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock again? He told me to call on Wednesday. Has he said anything about the house?
No, I didn't tell him anything about the house. A lot of things we had.
He hasn't said anything about it or anything? Okay. Will you have him give
I'll
me a
tell
call?
him- I'll tell him tonight when he get off from work.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Miko. You have a great day.
Okay, thank you. You too.
Whereas this is in Oklahoma City, and this one's an inherited one. So we got a new lead. He can't talk till tomorrow. We're gonna try and get a hold of this Tiffany.
Sorry.
Juan Carlos. Let's see here. Oh man, another guy in a tough spot.
Your call has been forwarded.
Just texting the seller. All right, let's lead through his stuff. He wants to sell it for emergency reasons. This one is listed. It says he has an assumable loan. It's in great shape, but the loan is 5.62%. This home is eligible for 100% financing and no PMI. Seller will contribute to buy down 1 point on your interest rate. That honestly could be pretty good. I guess we'll see with that. We'll leave him in the 7 days of hell. Here's a Vegas lead. We never want to lose these Vegas leads.
Por favor.
Hello? Leanna, can you hear me? Leanna? No, you were interested in selling your property on Terra Avenue. Does that ring a bell? Right, so I guess we got to add tag. So whenever we get a Spanish speaker, I'll send it to a team member. Luckily for me, we have some cold callers who speak Spanish, but we haven't converted any of the Spanish speakers. Screenshot this. And we'll call her back. We will. Actually, let's call back that old lady. We're going to wait till about 5 to call back everybody else after this old lady. Because no one else is really answering.
Telephone.
Okay, we can call her back a little later. We're going to hop back on in about an hour and a half. And then we'll try all of our offers again. Oh, look who it is. Hi, this is Stratton with Easy Fast Offers. Oh, well. All right, guys. Let me know your feedback in the comments. We'll be live in another hour and a half. I will talk to you guys soon.